Do not do these 6 things if you want to start wholesaling real estate in 2025. Now, I'm going to go all the way from the least expensive mistakes to the most expensive mistakes. So, number 1, do not spend time building your buyers list before you have a property under contract. Now, why do I say that? And why are so many people teaching that you need to go build this buyers list first? Good investors are smart, and they know that so many people call around starting to build a buyers list and they end up never getting any deals. So what does it turn into? A giant waste of time. And investors can smell a new wholesaler from a mile away. So when you call these people saying, hey, I just want to know your buy box, I just want to know XYZ, I want to build a relationship with you, any smart, serious investor is just going to hang up. They're going to try to get off the phone with you. Why? Because they've played this game before. They know that most wholesalers try to get started and they never have a contract. However, once you have a deal, once you have a good deal that they want to buy, all of the buyers start lining up in your inbox. You can post in Facebook groups. When you do have a deal, you can mass text it out, and all of the interested buyers are going to come to you. It's going to set a different frame, and you're going to be able to build trust with buyers a lot quicker. Number 2, you do not need to spend weeks or months picking your company name or your logo. You also don't need to spend hundreds of dollars getting someone to design your logo. You can do it for free inside of Canva. And when it comes to the company name, think about companies like Zillow and Sunday, like 100 million or even $1 billion companies. These guys have very simple names. You don't need to bust your head for weeks on end, delaying you from actually getting your first deal because you're trying to think of some catchy company name. My only rule of thumb when you're trying to pick your company name is make sure you do some research and no one else is using that name. That could hurt you in 2 ways. One, when you start doing advertising, they might go to that other company and fill out their form on their website. And then number 2, if that company gets a bad review, like a Better Business Bureau review, it might actually come on your company and people are going to get mixed up. So pick a company name, whatever you feel like will work for now. And if you want to change it later, doing a DBA, that's a doing business as, is really simple. You can just change your company name and you can do that in a week. So pick your company for now, start working on getting your first deal, have your logo built in about 5 minutes, and you should be able to start a wholesale company in 1 day. From the time you get your LLC, pick your company name, create your logo, set up your G Suite, it doesn't need to take you weeks or months. And so many people get stuck on this, so they never end up getting started. Number 3, do not buy a course unless it comes with a community, especially courses around do your first deal without any money. Now, why would I say that? Wholesaling businesses typically take some sort of capital investment, even if it's a couple $100s to pull your list and have a way that you can call the people. It's going to take some level of money. Now, I'm not saying that all courses are bad, but the majority of courses that are focused around how to get your first deal and they don't come with any level of community or support are absolutely garbage. You're going to need someone to help walk you through some of the steps. So if you're going to look for some sort of education, which I'm completely for, I've invested tens of thousands of dollars into education in my wholesaling business, look for something with other people in there that can help you out as well. Not just a course where you click through a button. When you get stuck, you're going to want other people to be able to help you. And if you guys want a community full of other people that can help you get your first deal or scale your business, go to the Wholesale Sales Academy inside of Skool. We do 2 calls every single week, and we've got a community full of other investors that can help you out. Now, number 4, do not hire a marketing agency unless you're going to be spending $10,000 a month right off the get-go, and you already have some pretty substantial business experience. It doesn't make sense for you to hire a marketing agency. At the beginning, everything that you should be spending money towards should just be finding out how to get leads and finding out how to get better at sales. So whether that's buying lists from these websites where you can cold call them, whether that's buying leads directly from PPL, or spending it, like maybe you know how to do some advertising, you're going to spend it on Facebook marketing, Google marketing, YouTube, something like that. You don't want to be spending $2,000 a month when you're getting started, especially if you're only going to spend an additional $1,000 to $2,000 a month. The cost to get a lead is going to be too high and you're going to run out of money. Remember, when you are beginning your wholesale business, you need to be really conservative with the cash that you're going to be spending. So you don't want to waste your money on anything stupid. Now, number 5, I am not a CPA and this is not financial or legal advice. However, you do not need to spend thousands of dollars on some tax plan when you are getting started in wholesaling. Unless you're already making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year and you need that for maybe your other business or your W-2, you're not going to need to have some elaborate tax plan. And the reason why I bring this up is a lot of the top dogs in the wholesaling space that do entity creations, they'll create your LLC, your S Corp, and then they're usually partnered with some sort of CPA or financial planner. When you go to them and you ask them to set up your LLC, they try to sell you into some sort of tax planning preparation service. And that can cost thousands of dollars. Now, however you're doing your taxes right now could be fine. And also, getting a really good CPA doesn't even cost thousands of dollars. You don't need a bookkeeper to do all of your books. You can do that yourself at first. Now, when you start scaling your business to $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 net a year, then it might make sense to have somebody do your tax plan for you. But you don't want to waste all of that money when you're trying to save everything you have to put it into buying leads. That's the only thing you should be spending money on is education and how do I buy leads. You need to know how to close them. You need to know how to have a sales process, and you need to be able to get leads. That's it. And I tell you this story because I had a good friend who reached out to me. He was getting into wholesaling, and I told him about a company where he can go get his LLC set up. And then without telling me or asking me, he went and paid for this $2,000 tax plan and ran out of money within 3 or 4 months. So I don't want that to be you. Do not make that mistake. Now, number 6, this is the absolute most expensive mistake you can make when you're starting your wholesaling business. And this mistake alone cost me over $600,000. And that's partnering with someone that has any of these characteristics. 1, they don't have any complementary skills to yours. So if you guys know the exact same amount about getting into wholesaling, you don't have any sort of education difference. You both haven't done your first deal, and you're both good at the same things. So you're good at marketing and sales. Your partner's good at marketing and sales. It does not make sense for you guys to partner. And the reason I say this is it's so expensive is if you guys get to $1 million, $2 million a year, you're going to be giving away half of your equity. Half of your equity. And if it's 2 partners, you're giving away 66% of your equity, everything you earned, just because you picked the wrong partner. Now, the second thing that you need to watch out for is anyone that says that they just want to be a money partner. So they don't want to do any of the work. They're going to, pay for some of your marketing, and then you have to figure out and do everything. Now, that might be great for your first deal. And if you're thinking really short term, you're like, well, how is that a lose? But what happens when you start getting your first deal, you get your second deal, you get your third deal, and then you have the company money there. She or he has already paid themselves back. Now you just have a partner that's a sitting duck, not doing anything, getting 50% of every deal that you do. And it doesn't make sense. So if someone is coming to you saying that they just want to be a money partner, they want you to do all of the work, I would run away from that. I would stay clear from that. You're better off taking a little bit more time to get your first deal and then keeping all the equity on your future deals. If you get to 300, 400, 500K, $1 million a year, you want to be able to keep all that equity, and you don't want to go through a divorce with your partner. Now, the third thing, this is a huge red flag. If you are going to work with a business partner who has told you that they have had multiple business relationships, and you should be asking these questions about their previous relationships, if they've just had partnership after partnership go bad, I would just stay clear from them. And a lot of times they're not going to tell you that it went bad because of them. I would say all the time, they're not going to tell you that it went bad because of them. But if they're saying, oh, I got screwed by this partner, and then I got screwed by this partner, and I got screwed by this partner, and I still am looking for a partner, that doesn't make sense. Now, if they've gotten screwed one time and you can ask around, you can find out about the situation, and you can realize that they really did get screwed, I'm not going to hold that against people. However, when you have a partner that you're thinking about partnering up with, and they've had multiple business relationships, and every single one of them has gone bad, the chances are it's not just them. It's like, imagine you've got a girlfriend, a potential girlfriend material, right? And she's saying, oh my gosh, all of my ex-boyfriends are absolutely crazy. They all cheat on me. They all hit me. They all do this. It's like, okay, well, if 5 of them did it in a row, chances are you're really bad at picking partners, or they weren't the only ones in the wrong. you might have done something that caused them to raise their voice at you. I don't think there's anything that would justify them hitting them, but she probably pushed them to their limit. So when I say that, you need to be really careful about who you pick as a business partner, and you should be doing some due diligence on them. This isn't a relationship where, it's wrong to go call all the ex-girlfriends. You can do some due diligence on your business partner to make sure you're going into business with the right person. Now, the last thing is even worse. They want you to front all of the money. They don't have any of the skills complementary to yours. They just want you to front all of the money, and then they're going to take a percentage of the upside. This sounds crazy, but I see this all the time where they're like, hey, I'm going to help you out. I don't have any money right now, but if you could just front the money, like I could put mine in later and we can work something out. This is a huge red flag. If you're going to partner with somebody, these are the things you need to look for. Number one, you need to look for somebody with complementary skills. So if you know marketing and sales, they know back-end KPIs and running an operation. That's key performance indicators. If they don't know what those are, they don't know back-end operations. I can just promise you that. Or vice versa. You are very operational. You're good with systems. You're good with setting up CRMs, creating workflows, and you want to go partner with someone that's really good at sales. That is A-okay in my book. The other scenario is someone has more experience than you. So they know how to wholesale. They've done a couple of deals, and you need help with their skills. Like maybe they are really good at the sales stuff. They're really good at being able to get leads and close deals. But once they come in, they're just send it and forget it. They have a really hard time kind of keeping up with someone. They know how to do deals. Maybe you don't know how to do deals, but you know how to run the back end of an operation. Maybe you are a transaction coordinator. You are a loan officer. You are something that relates to real estate, and you know how a back end transaction works. Title company, escrow officer, anything like that. That could be a good partnership. And this is the most expensive mistake you can make, because if your business does get to millions of dollars a year, you're going to be giving away half of that. And a divorce can be very expensive, especially if you get in bed with the bad partner. They might try to sue you. They might make some really bad mistakes that are going to cost you and your company money. So do not do these 6 things if you want to start your real estate wholesaling business. If you want to get started and you need help, I'm going to drop a link in the description to our Wholesale Sales Academy. This is where you can learn how to get more deals. You can learn how to scale your business. You can learn how to get your first deal. And there's a community of people that can help walk you through the process. This is John Lalonde signing off.